Okay.
So anyway, so I'm Saul, obviously, owner of Fit Body Boot Camp, and you are
Denise.
Denise. And how long have you been coming to Fit Body Boot Camp?
Probably a little over 2.5 months.
2.5 months? Okay.
Yeah.
And you come early in the morning.
5:35 is my time. Yes.
Yeah, and I've heard that's kind of religiously for you, right?
Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
Cool. And what was your life like before Fit Body Boot Camp?
Before, I was very tired.
Mm-hmm.
I have 2 kids and a husband and a very demanding job that I work very late at. So
right.
the 5:35 was no excuses for me. So it was like my time, it was my commitment, and it didn't interfere with anything else. So that's what I did.
Cool. And you actually, now you said you were tired before, but you're not tired now?
No.
So
No.
were you waking up that early before?
It's really like 45 minutes earlier, so it's
Okay.
not a lot for
Right.
me, but I just find that I go to work so much more energized. I have more energy in the evening, and I just feel like I can get a lot more done.
Okay, so you're actually waking up earlier, but you have more energy over the
Yes.
whole course of your day.
Absolutely.
I just want to get that point out there, right?
Yes.
So, and what were some of the challenges that kind of held you back in the past? Because obviously you've been here for 2.5 months. Well, you're older than 2.5 months old.
Yes.
So what?
I think it's just always the perception like I don't have time to do this.
Okay.
And I don't have money to eat right. I don't have the time. I don't have the money to commit to a gym for myself because my kids need things, my household needs things. So I was always putting other things first,
Right.
other than myself, and then just kind of coming to that realization that if I do take time for myself, I am so much more effective in these other areas of my life.
Okay, right.
Which has been great for the last couple months.
Cool. Then on a sidebar, it's not one of the questions that I gave you ahead of time, so you know what to say or anything. But because you said you have 2 kids and a husband, have they kind of gotten on board with? Because you're not going to get results unless you're eating right.
Yes.
So how's that been?
My son came with me one time. He's 17, and he's like, "Mom, you can do all this stuff at home. Like, why do you go to
Right.
the gym?" And I said, you don't understand the motivation that comes from doing it with people that are in the same place as you.
Right.
And just trying to get better in their life and feel better about themselves. And
Yeah, like
so-
17-year-olds don't understand
I
that.
don't understand that. But I will tell you, Courtney kicked his butt that day when he came.
Oh yeah.
And he was like much more appreciative of, wow, Mom, you do some work.
Right. More than it's not just a girl workout.
Yes.
That's always my personal favorite
Exactly.
when I see boyfriends and they're like, "Oh, that's just a girl workout," and then they can't make
Yeah.
it the full half an hour. No,
Yeah.
and it's only half an hour, and they're like in the bathroom in 15 minutes, and I'm
Exactly.
like, now you're talking smack, right?
Exactly.
Anyway, excuse me. What finally made you like come in? Was there a specific event or just?
Actually it was, I was in the worst shape I've ever been in my life. We live upstairs, and just doing the stairs and my clothes and everything about that. And it was just kind of that inward look of, I am so disciplined and successful in other points in my life. Why
Right.
can't I be in this? And it's just, I hadn't focused on it. And so it was like, you know what? No, I'm going to do this.
Yeah. So it's almost like a personal challenge. You're like, look,
Right.
I take everything else professionally, except, me. Like,
Right.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And so coming through the door, obviously was brand new for your very first time and everything. What were you skeptical about, or what worried you the most, like coming through the door the first time?
I think for me, I'm always have been successful at things that I've attempted,
Right,
and looking around at the room thinking, could I really do this?
right,
And, just that self-doubt that comes in your mind, like, you can't do this is going to be too hard, it's going to be too expensive, it's, all of these negative things. And it's like, I'm already here. I'm going to get through it.
Right.
And so, yeah.
cool. All right. And then, obviously you've had a good result. So what are your results so far? I've been here 2.5 months.
I haven't been focused on the weight for me.
Sure.
I think
I
just,
actually appreciate that more. I mean, that's better, I think.
yeah, I'll say my confidence
Mhm.
and my self-esteem has grown immensely.
Nice.
I will say there's projects at work that I would think, oh, maybe, I don't know. And then I'm like, oh, no, I can totally do that.
No, so it's actually made work even easier.
Right.
Nice.
And I would just say, the obvious stuff of the more energy and my clothes fitting better and all of that stuff is great. But I think that confidence and what my kids have noticed, because they are 17 and 19, so it's not like they're babies. They're like,
Right.
wow, Mom, that looks good. Check you out. And, stuff like that. So it's
In your
been
skippy
great.
black dress.
What's
Yeah, I said in your skippy black dress. They're like,
Yeah.
sweet, that's my mom.
That's my mom. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, that's what I really tell people. In the long run, we don't necessarily care what you weigh because nobody walks around with a scale like number over their head.
Exactly.
What you care about is like what you look like in your clothes, or even better, what you look like naked, right? I mean, that's really what we're striving for, right? And obviously, the energy and all that other stuff comes with it. So cool. And you don't have grandchildren yet.
No.
You're far too young for that.
No.
And just tell the boys to just stay away from girls. They're too young for that. I'm sure that they don't know.
I do work in the nursery at church, and I tell you,
Uh-huh.
my energy taking care of 22
Oh.
2-year-olds on a Sunday morning has
Uh-huh.
been good.
That's good because so when at my church, all the time, all I see every week, they're like, oh, and we need somebody in and it's always like,
The 2s and 3s.
yeah, they just burn through people.
Yes.
It's super funny to me. I'm like, and I don't volunteer because I don't have the patience anymore. So And my children are like yours. I have a 19 and 18 and then a 16, all
okay.
girls. So that's just enough for me.
I bet.
Uh-huh. So what's your next big goal, or do you have a specific goal that you're working towards now?
Yeah, I think for us, my husband and I have talked, and it's really about the food in our house now and kind of making those decisions together.
Right.
Because he's seen results from me working out, and I said, there's certain limitations he has to working out, so he's like, okay, let's focus on the food. Let's, our boy who eats through everything and anything.
Right, and it doesn't matter when you're that age. They just burn so many calories. Yeah.
Right, and just trying to give him the healthy stuff that he needs, as well as for him and I, just to eat healthier
Right.
together.
Cool. And have you I'm assuming you've sat down and you've seen meal plans and all those other things?
Absolutely.
And we've been helping you with that stuff
Yes.
too? Cool.
Yes, Courtney
Cool.
and Kelly have been fantastic with that.
Nice. Nice. And if you had to give just 2 general fitness tips to some stranger walking down the street or a best friend or anything like that, what would you tell them? Most important thing, 2 things.
I would say one is I drink a ton of water, which sounds very simple, but
Right.
a ton of water. And then the other thing is really just to stay committed. Make your goal and stay committed to that. And if your
Nice.
goal is 3 times a week, then you got to stick to that. And no matter what, you figure out a way, you get your butt here, and you do it 3 times a week, 4 times a week, whatever it is. You just got to stay committed to it.
Cool. All right. And then if you were going to tell your best friend who's thinking about getting in shape what to do, like if you're going to give them a single piece of advice.
Start today.
Start today?
Start today.
Right. No reason to wait around.
No.
Like, imagine yourself if you would have made that commitment 4 months ago instead of 2.5 months ago.
Exactly. Exactly.
Cool. Yeah.
All right.
That works. Well, I
Thanks.
appreciate your time. Super happy to have you here as a member, and
Thank you.
And I
I
don't get down here
appreciate it.
to Orange as often as I like, so I wanted to make sure I do that. And so super excited about having you on board, and love to see more results and everything. And let us know.
Great.
Obviously, anything we can do to help. So
I
awesome.
appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I appreciate it. All right.